Hi there. CrowdStrike, as you can see, they recently had a problem, that cyber incident with Microsoft. But anyway, that is the past. What matters is the future. If the stock price of CrowdStrike will go higher and higher. If the market cap can more than double from the current level. This is the question you should ask and find the answer. If you know this, then you can take advantage of this stock. If not, then find other investment ideas. So let's start the analysis. Forget about the past, their incident, their problems, whatever happened, and focus on the future. As you can see, the stock price has declined by over 28%. Quite a big decline. 28% in just a few days. If you look at the market cap of 65 billion and compare it to the revenue, their revenue for the last year, 2024, you can see that the revenue was about 3 billion, over 3 billion. And they also succeeded to become profitable. This is a great achievement. If they can increase the revenue and their earnings more in the future, then of course the stock price will go higher and higher. If you look at the whole picture, you can see that the stock price is up over 300% in the last 5 years, more than 5 years, from 2019 to today. That's great, a great achievement. If you had invested in this company at the beginning, then your return would have been over 300%. You can also see their performance. The revenue started with almost 500 million revenue and then went to over 3 billion. And from a loss of 141 million to a profit. Over almost 90 million. That's great. That's quite great. If you look at their balance sheet, you can see that they have some cash, over 3.7 billion. That's great. And the most important is that they don't have that much debt. Just a little. About 700 million. And that's great. This is what you want. Then if you look at their revenue, you can see a great performance. They continue to deliver the same growth rate. Over 30%. You can see that. Last year, same quarter, Q1 2023, their revenue was about or almost 700 million. And this year, 2024, the revenue was over 921 million. A great performance. So, if you look at their presentation, you can see that the total addressable market for cybersecurity is 100 billion for this year, 2024. And is expected to grow to over 225 billion by 2028. So in the next 4 years, this market size, total addressable market, will more than double. This is what CrowdStrike is saying. You also have to check for yourself. Don't trust only the management presentation. Look at other reports and you can see the same performance. A compound annual growth rate of over 14% from 2024 to 2032. The market, the global cybersecurity market, is expected to increase from 193 billion to over 562 billion by 2032. This is an amazing growth rate. As CrowdStrike is a software company, they only deliver their software via cloud. They can easily expand in other countries. Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, and so on. Every company must have a cyber security product. Otherwise, they get attacked. As you probably know, with the new AI and generative capabilities, those cyber attacks grow every day. So their products is a must for every company if they want to survive in this new world. Of course, there is also competition. They are not alone in this industry. If you look at this cybersecurity market, global market, you can see that half of the market is cybersecurity solutions and the other half is cybersecurity services. People that are using their products and offer those services to different companies. So you see that huge market size of over 500 billion, but half of that is for services and the other half for products. products such as CrowdStrike. If you look at their products, you can find out more. They provide a single agent. By the way, this agent caused that big problem with Microsoft to shut down many companies around the world, but they solved it. So that's in the short term. What matters is the future. What happens in the future? If they can attract more customers, grow their revenue, and increase their profits. That's the most important. And you can see that they provide different solutions for cloud security, data protection, automation, intelligence, identity, and so on. They also combine their AI capabilities with their products to offer better solutions. And you can see the market size by product. Endpoint security, this means your laptop, your phone, your smartphone, and other devices. Then security and IT operations, people that are monitoring your devices, your network, or other companies. Managed services, observability, cloud security, which is quite important. As you probably know, there are 3 main cloud providers in North America and Europe: Microsoft, Amazon, and Google Cloud. Then identity protection, threat intelligence. This means researching about different cyber attacks and combining those insights into their products to offer better solutions. Then data protection. As you probably know, big data is a big market and they need protection. And then cybersecurity and generative AI. This is a small market for the moment, only 3 billion, but it will grow more in the future. So this is what they offer. Now, as you've seen their balance sheet, their revenue is growing quite a lot. And also, as you can see here, the growth rate is over 30%. Subscription and total revenue here, over 33%. If they continue to deliver the same amazing growth rate over the next 5 years, then yes, for sure, the market cap will more than double from the current level of 65 billion. It might go to over 100 billion. That may also happen. Then you can also see their guidance for 2025. The revenue is expected to be close to 4 billion. As you can see here, 4 billion. And their net income, non-GAAP net income, to be about or close to 1 billion. This is quite amazing. If they can achieve this profitability of 1 billion, then the margins are quite high, over 20% net margins. So if they can do that, it's a great achievement. So you look, 4 billion revenue for 2025, and compared to their past performance of 2024, they had 3 billion. So again, they will deliver a growth rate over 30%. And that's why CrowdStrike has over 65 billion in market cap. Of course, from its highest peak, the stock price has declined a little, a decline over 41%. But what matters, as I said, is the future. If they can double again this market cap, increase the revenue and earnings more in the future. If they can do that, then for sure the stock price and this company will do well, quite well in the future. Now, you also have to look at the risk, because this might be the peak of almost $400, and then you may have another decline like this, over 64%. And you don't want to invest here to have the same story, and then to experience this decline over 46%. You don't want that. You want to avoid this massive decline. You only want to invest when the stock price is low and wait for this huge rebound, an increase over 266%. This is what you want. And for that, you have to know when to invest, when to buy. Because if you don't buy at the right time, you lose money, time, the most important. For instance, you might buy here when the stock price is about $283. And then you wait 1 year, experience a decline of 66%, another year to have at least a rebound, and then another year or half of the year to have an increase of 30% and then another decline. You don't want that. So you want to invest at the lowest peak if it's possible. Because if you don't know how to value a business, you don't know when it's the lowest level and take advantage. So if you compare the market cap of 65 billion with CrowdStrike, their guidance of 4 billion revenue for 2025, you can easily see that still the stock price is overvalued. The price to revenue is over 10. So it's quite overvalued. Yes, this is an industry that is expected to grow by 14% a year, a compound annual growth rate of 14% a year. But still, the stock price is overvalued at the current level. Even though their growth rate is over 40%, as you can see here, 40% their revenue, total revenue, and operating income, a growth rate over 72%, the stock price is still overvalued. The market expects that CrowdStrike will deliver the same great growth rate, over 30% for the next 5 years. Of course, if they can do that, they can deliver that amazing performance, then yes, the stock price may be fairly valued for a 10% annual return. But you don't want to take that risk. You want to buy with a margin of safety. To avoid those declines, you don't want those declines in your investment. You only want this upside, an increase over 200%. And as I said, to do that, you have to know when to invest, to have the patience to wait for another decline in the stock price, and of course have a great business that can go back to the previous level. So even though the growth rate is quite high, they have tailwinds from the cybersecurity industry, the market cap is still expensive. Everybody knows about CrowdStrike and their products. And they believe that this company will do quite well in the future. And that's why the stock price, the market cap is so high, over 65 billion. But this is too late. If you want to get in right now, it's too late. It's too expensive. Of course, if you are willing to wait for the next 10 years, maybe your profits will be high. You may have a positive return, but you don't want to take that risk and wait so long. You want to buy here when the stock price is quite low and ride this wave, an increase over 200%, almost 200%. So that's it for this video. And if you have other questions about CrowdStrike or this industry, cybersecurity industry, then let me know in the comments.